This is a place where homeless people are treated with dignity. That's lacking on the street, where Joanne's friends were rounded up by police before the International AIDS Conference began.
They told the guys that they are a disgrace to the society. They said we've got rich overseas people here in the country and you're all a disgrace.
Some of the homeless were taken to a police station. Others were dumped an hour out of town.
Even the dog is better than me. True. They treat me worse than the dog.
Nhlahla's desperately searching for his friend Wanda, who's HIV positive. They were sleeping in a car park when the police grabbed Wanda and bundled him into a van. In the commotion, he dropped his antiretroviral drugs, which keep him alive.
I'm very worried because if he doesn't take his medicine, he'll get very sick. He runs out of breath. Where they dropped him, it will take ages for him to get back. I'm afraid by the time we find him, he might be dead.
About 60% of people tested at the Dennis Hurley Centre are HIV positive. Boosie holds on to some homeless people's HIV drugs in case they are moved by police. 2 of her patients are missing.
If they get more sicker and sicker and sicker and they don't take their treatment, they'll get resistant on their treatment, which they'll end up dying.
The centre's manager says the City Council is ignoring his complaints.
I'm afraid it's completely believable that it would happen during the AIDS conference. The city cares about show, not about the reality of the lives of poor people here. And unfortunately, they get away with it because people hold them to account for the glitz of the conferences rather than what's actually happening for the lives of people who are here.
The City Council told us it's merely enforcing its bylaws against vagrancy, reducing illegal drug use and catching criminals. And it does help homeless people caught by police. That's not what they told us.
This is quite typical of the living conditions for people who sleep rough. Hundreds of people stay here, some in the old beer hall behind me, but many just sleep out under a piece of plastic overnight. They say their rights are being abused by the city's clean-up operation, which cuts many people off from life-saving drugs.
So while Durban hosts the world's most important AIDS conference, some of the city's most vulnerable HIV-positive people are suffering for the sake of appearances. Tania, Al Jazeera, Durban, South Africa.